Hi, my name is David Sullivan from the New Zealand Feldenkrais Guild, and I'm going to lead you through a sequence of movements that are designed to have you sit easier, lighter and more comfortably. So you can do this in sitting, watching the computer or your mobile, and just as long as you're sitting on a firm chair that's pretty much flat, not like a sofa. A swivel office chair is okay. And lastly, just notice what's the weight of one foot and the weight of the other foot, the weight of one arm and the weight of the other arm. And notice if you've got more weight on one sitting bone or the other. In fact, let's sit forward in your chair so that your back is away from the backrest, right? So it's nice and firm under your sitting bones, that you can actually feel what you're sitting on here. And that's what we're going to work on in this lesson. So just notice, is your weight a little bit more to one sitting bone or the other? I'm going to put my right hand lift the lighter side and put my hand underneath here. And I'm going to feel the shape of my sitting bone. Now as you do that, just notice here on my friend, Dr. Bones, and have a look at the shape of the sitting bone on the skeleton. And you can see that it's this curved shape. Thanks, Bonesy. So, feel that with your hand. Now, if for some reason you can't get your hand under, grab a hardcover book and put that underneath. Okay, so that the book comes to about your midline. Right? Now, when your hand is underneath, we're going to tilt the whole body like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. The pelvis tilts and your whole spine and head tilt to the side. You feel that you're pushing down through this foot a little bit. So you're going to tilt and then back. I'm just going to take the book out and use my hand. And then you're going to tilt and to the side. Each time you come back, really come back down onto your hands. So you're sort of crushing your fingers a little bit. And back. Okay, great. Now, just notice now, take your hand away and notice if that has given you a different sensation of your two sitting bones and perhaps two sides of your body. So now, let's bring your hand under again. And we're going to tilt. And as you tilt, just notice, is it easier if you're rounded or straight or arched or just tall? And I'm not going to tell you the right way. There is no right way in general. There's only a right way for you. What the Feldenkrais method does is give you the means to find your own right way by trying different possibilities. Okay, remember you can always come back and practice this and then come back to your sitting bone on the ground, take your hand out and have another little rest. And what does the weight feel like now, the weight distribution, the balance? Well, let's bring your hand under again and we'll try another variation. And we're going to tilt and just notice if that's any easier now, if it's easier to commit to this sitting bone, that you're not wanting to bend, that you can really take your weight over onto this side. And when you're there this time, what I want you to do is to turn your body pivoting around this sitting bone on the ground. And so you're going to turn forwards so that this hand comes forward, this knee, this hip comes forward, and then you're going to tilt back down to the ground. So now you're further forward, my hand is further forward on the ground. And now tilt and then turn back to where you were. So I've just taken a step forward and a step back. And so we're going to tilt first and then come forward. And notice my knee goes forward. It doesn't kind of go over to the side. And now tilt and come back. Tilt. And how can we make this easier? The right way for you is the easiest way. And then back. Okay? And then tilt, forward, down, and feeling your sitting bone on the ground, and then tilt, back, and down. and feel the difference between your two sides. And just notice now. Sit back in your chair and notice which foot is lighter, where your weight is. Are you sitting easier? Are you lighter? Okay, so then in your own time you can leave that there. In your own time you can come back and replay this and do the other side. Or you can just get up and go for a walk now. I'd like to acknowledge Ruthie Alon for the inspiration behind this lesson, and to find a Feldenkrais practitioner in your area, visit our website www.feldenkrais.org.nz and go to the Find a Practitioner page. And lastly, thank you for your time. I hope this was interesting and perhaps enjoyable.